Well, g'day folks, you're Ilana.
G'day folks, and you're Sean.
And together we are the Down Under
Cruises.
Cruises. Welcome aboard.
In, everybody.
Nice to, thank you. Yes, the
crowd.
Yes, thank you so much, folks. Yes, no, we really appreciate that.
You can all sit down now.
Yeah, you can, yeah, right. Before we get our esteemed guests in,
Yes.
I just want to say g'day to the chat. Rob,
Hello.
from Cruising on the High Seas, g'day, mate. Mate, the reason why I don't put the chat up early is because, well, shall I say, you come in while everybody's still asleep. So, as Larry says, that's not fair, Rob. That's not fair. Seriously.
It's been a whole hour beforehand, just waiting.
Correct.
Me.
At any rate, g'day, Larry. Welcome
G'day,
aboard.
Rob.
Nice
G'day,
to have
Larry.
you here. We've got Meg on
Hello,
board.
gorgeous
Welcome aboard.
Meg.
Oh, Meg says g'day to Larry and Rob and not. Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
sure- no,
That's
she
fine.
does. She says
there
hello
you go.
to us.
Okay, that's right.
Blaine, this is so exciting.
Yeah, that's a real
I'm
shock to the system.
I know, isn't that lovely?
Welcome aboard.
Was not expecting that cruise to be booked.
No. We've got V who's on board. Welcome aboard, V. Nice to have you
V.
here. We've got Code for Life. Welcome aboard,
in.
guys. Nice to have you on
Oh,
board.
California, lovely.
Hopefully California is doing well right now. Okay, so we've got that a lot of people saying good day to each other, which is nice to see. We've got this couple here.
Who are they?
Let's Go Travel Tips. I've got no idea who they are. But we'll figure them out a little later on and see what happens. And then we've got a couple more saying good day to each other. Oh, look who's in. Amy, I told you to go to sleep.
Amy. Hello.
But that's okay. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. We've got a couple more saying good day to each other. Wait. You're reading ahead.
I
You've
am.
done it
I'm,
again.
Because,
there we
yes, go. I'm moving on.
Najuma, how are you? Nice to have you here, Najuma. As always.
Michael Ann.
And we've got
hello,
Michael Ann there.
hello.
G'day, Michael Ann. Nice to have you. The Gov. G'day, Gov.
G'day,
how you going?
Gov. G'day, Rob.
Or as the crims down here would say, how the hanging, mate? We've got...
G'day, Crystal. Destinations Delight is here.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, friends.
Love is in the air.
Is it?
Oh.
Okay.
That's what she's saying.
Okay. We'll read that later. I think that's all we've got. Oh, no, we've got Sir Paul Vines.
G'day,
Welcome
Paul.
aboard. Nice to have you here, Mr. Vines, sir. I'm showing the respect as it is due. Bill from
Bill and
MGM,
Lucy,
welcome
nice
aboard,
to see
folks.
you.
Nice to have you here. And we said g'day to
Lorraine.
them. We've
G'day,
got Lorraine. Where's
Welcome in,
Where's
Lorraine.
There we go. G'day, Lorraine. How are you? Hope you're feeling better.
Moonlight Adventures. Welcome in.
Aboard, guys. Nice to have you here. Nice to see you again. Let me see again. Oh,
Philip.
Sir
Philip. G'day.
Philip.
Made it.
You made it. Yeah. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here.
Oh,
T. Higgs. Welcome aboard.
From Massachusetts.
Welcome aboard, folks. Nice
Welcome
to have
in.
you here. Okay, just a quick look through who
Nice
else
to
is
see
there.
everybody.
Yes, it's nice to have a lot of new people. And welcome aboard, Jamie. Will Height, if that's correct.
From Arizona.
From Arizona.
Lovely.
Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
Lovely.
You know what? We're just going on and
Yep,
saying g'day.
I think let's bring our guests in
Yeah,
because they'll be collecting cobwebs very soon.
Well,
if we don't
you know
bring
what?
them.
We actually do need somebody in the basement to clean it. I mean, we haven't done much cleaning ourselves down there, so it's nice to bring
We don't want
someone.
them turning into skeletons covered in cobwebs. So let's say hello to them.
G'day, folks. How you going?
Hello.
Good to be with you.
Gordon and Alison. Nice to see you.
Hi.
So,
Nice to see you.
did we leave the basement in good order?
No, did they leave it?
Yes.
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 Thank you. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't bake a cake and leave it down there for you.
No, it's I appreciate the time for a quick nap there while we.
No, that's
All
good.
right.
I just want to say quickly, g'day, Troy. How you going? Nice to have you here,
Hey,
buddy.
Troy.
geez, you know what? There's a bucket load of people here.
It's moving
There
very
are a
slowly.
lot of
Yeah.
I think we're pretty much caught up. I'll pick up, notice people as they come in.
Well, that'd be
We
great.
haven't said hello to
All
them
right.
yet.
Folks, so what's happening on your side of the pond?
Oh, well, today we had a lot of like protocol updates. It's really a big deal that the CDC is starting to allow like 90% of people to be vaccinated and give 10% that aren't vaccinated. That was a really big deal that they announced that yesterday. So we still have all the testing like you guys, except for our testing isn't on the honor system like your testing will be when you guys get to start. So I think that says a lot for your people. I do. But
Well, I find that really strange, to be honest.
Do you?
People are still scratching their heads and saying, "Oh, do we actually have to bring the rat test itself with us?"
Yeah.
Show it.
Yeah.
People say, "Well, no, of course you
Just
don't,"
about.
because how do they dispose of it? You know, you're carrying, and how can you trust that that's yours that you've done? And so I'm just hoping the honor system is going to work. I'm not saying that Aussies will tell lies, but I think someone who's desperate enough to,
you never know.
we have to just hope.
On the one hand, I mean, we are 95+% double vaxxed
And triple.
and in some cases triple vaxxed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
our numbers are actually relatively high for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have way more than we do here. You're right. That's a good point.
Now we know that you're doing your next cruise is going to be an Alaska cruise, right?
No, actually, it's the
Mediterranean.
Mediterranean at the end of May.
It is.
So
we were really
we initially were going to go to Alaska, but it conflicted with family visit, so we
had to cancel because they were here. Yeah,
right. And
family gets in the way of a good time.
That or they add on to it.
Yeah. So,
but like you were asking, you know, what's going on? Well, Alaska is ramping up, and so you do have a lot of people who are cruising now up there. And you remember the last time we cruised was when we went to the Caribbean in January. And our ship was only 25% of capacity. Well, we've had 4 months since then, and things have been ramping up, and they've had some ships coming up with near 100% capacity.
We're finding that very interesting here as well. We're not exactly sure of what the ship capacities are going to be.
To start off.
I was going to ask you, with all the ramping up for Alaska, pre-pandemic, were there as many ships going up that way?
No, and you know what I think it is? I think that it's because they are still to the point, there's not as many ships going in Europe right now as there were pre-pandemic. Do you know what I mean? And then everybody also has their ships that used to be in Asia that aren't going yet.
Nothing in Asia.
And then with Australia being not starting until in June, we don't have as many ships down there either. So I think they're putting them in Alaska. There's more going out of LA than ever went out of LA before.
Now, do you folks have your ear to the ground? How come they cancelled the Coral Princess cruise?
And nobody has said a word. And you want to know what? When I looked earlier today, it still wasn't showing on the Princess website that it's canceled. But sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, Alison, it is. The 35-night from the Hawaii Tahiti cruise is Coral Princess has been cancelled, the one that leaves Brisbane in September. Now, they've said the reason being is that there's still some uncertainty about some of the South Pacific islands.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know what other islands the cruise is going to, because I know that Fiji is opened. So, but there could be others on the way through. So that's the reason.
Supposed to open? They're supposed to be opening in May, aren't they?
Who's that? Sorry?
New Zealand? Isn't New Zealand supposed to be opening?
Well, New Zealand's still, it's still not 100%. We haven't heard officially yet.
Definitive date, but we believe sometime this month.
Okay.
Next month. Code for Life was saying that they're on the Ruby Princess out of San Francisco.
Nice.
On a back-to-back,
You know what? We would love to do a back-to-back. Only our bank balance won't let us.
Yes, that would be fun.
I know.
Oh,
Hear ya.
Hi, Nick, by the way. Nick P. Welcome
g'day,
in.
Nick. Welcome
nice to
in.
see you. Thank you.
Folks, for those in the chat is running by so quick. We're going to ask you a favor. If you have a question to put out there, can you just head it with the word question or Q's? That way we can see and we can bring up those questions. We would dearly love to address everybody, but the chat's going through so quick, and the information we're getting from our fantastic guests here is just too much to
very kind.
Yeah. The evangelist's wife, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
My bank won't let me on.
We know her. I know.
Yeah, you're not the only one there.
All right, who is she?
She's the evangelist's wife. Alison, just getting back to the protocols. Sorry, but might have cut you off then.
No, not at all.
No. So ships are sort of, their capacities are rising. There's no testing. Is there still testing? Sorry, I didn't quite.
Yes.
There is testing at embarkation. And then the thing that we're worried about with our cruise is you have to have a negative test to get back into the United States. So even if we do our whole cruise and we're okay and we get tested to come back, even if we're asymptomatic and we're positive, then we have a slight problem.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to see what they do if, say, you got on the plane and you were negative. You flew in and you did the test just as you walked in the gate, and the test there said positive. What are they going to do?
I don't know. I know that you have to verify your negative test before they'll let you on the plane. But yeah, what can they do?
Yeah.
Huh? You just go home and
isolate or whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that might be part of the reason why I thought we needed to get a direct flight out of Barcelona to the U.S.
Yeah, we aren't flying around Europe.
We're not flying into Amsterdam
no.
and direct. We're going direct from Barcelona. And if they get me to Atlanta and they say, "Oh, now you're positive," well, okay, see you later. I'm just going to go rent a car to get home.
Yeah.
Well, we're in the United States. You don't have to be tested to fly domestically.
So be like, well,
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't need to wear masks anymore on planes, I believe.
No.
No.
But
I
think we're going to. I don't know.
You do it out of choice.
Well, we're going to choose to do it because we don't want to risk arriving in the States after a 30-hour flight. And
that's a long time.
Yeah.
Just very quickly, I need to say g'day to Jonathan Short and the Six Travelling Shorts, and Sharon and Gary.
Hello, Sharon and Gary.
From Cruising Scene,
Nice to see
and I think those are all the new ones that I've just seen in there right now. Again, folks, those that are out listening in or watching in, if you've got a comment or a question, rather, just head up with the words question, so that way we see it. The chat is traveling through quite quickly, so please help us out that way. Now, flying in, have you heard the latest? Qantas have just bought and just taken delivery of an
A350 long 1000, an extra long range, and we're going to be operating the longest flight in the world, non-stop,
Sydney to
London.
Oh my goodness!
Wow,
it's only 20 hours.
20 hours in
non-stop. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Is it going to be extra expensive because it's nonstop, or have they said?
No, it shouldn't be. No,
it shouldn't be
okay.
Qantas did a test one. They did a test flight with a few guinea pigs about just before the pandemic, and they had trainers, physiotherapists, OTs and PTs on getting people up and exercising and serving meals at different times and smaller meals, and doing tests on the guinea pigs just to see how they fly that distance. Yeah.
That's really interesting. That's amazing.
That is.
So now you guys can fly and sail out of Southampton someday.
Yeah, well, that's the intention.
I don't intend doing a 20-hour non-stop flight. Sorry, I believe in breaking it up. A nice stop in Singapore is always fabulous. Lovely stop in Singapore.
Really? We've got to handle
you have to do,
Hang on. We've got to handle
refresh.
30-degree in the
humidity, but it's hard. But
while we've got our 5-hour layover, I mean, Oh, and then there's the movies at Singapore. We've really got to suffer that.
We have 1 or 2 nights now. Sean's never been to Singapore. I'm dying to take him. It's one of my favourite places.
Really? Oh, you're
I've been to
love
Singapore
it.
Airport,
Yeah,
but that's
not,
about it.
no,
Yeah.
you haven't seen it.
On my way to Germany. Danny Griswold, welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here.
Bill wants to know where you're from, Alison and Gordon. What state are you in?
We live in Utah. We live in northern
Yeah.
Utah. We're about an hour south of Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
If you look at the map, that's where we live.
And okay, for us intelligent people down here south, where the hell is Utah on the map?
It's in the western United States.
The Rocky Mountains.
When you think of like where California is, and then you have Nevada with Nebraska, with Las Vegas there, we're right next to Nevada. So.
Oh, that's all right. Sure, you're not up next to that line there that's got the sea on top. Canada.
No, no.
We're kind of halfway between.
Yeah,
both
Mexico and
borders,
Canada,
yeah.
kind of. Yeah, halfway.
So snow is not such a big deal for you, right?
Oh no, we get a lot of snow. Yeah, we live like if you look out our window and we have beautiful mountains.
Yeah, our house is at about 4,500 foot elevation.
Mm-hmm.
That's
fair. Yeah.
So we get a nice
snow.
The mountains above us, both ends of the valley, 11,000 feet high.
Thank you, Griswold Family Vacay. We do like living here a lot. Yeah. I don't know that we'll retire here with all the snow, but we'll see.
Yeah.
No, but with all the cruising that you guys do, you should be down in Florida. Come on.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
We just don't have, like, 2 of our children with their families live in Arizona, so we're like a 10-hour drive from them. And then we have one son and his wife with 2 little kids that live here. And then our other son lives in Boston. So we talk about going to Florida for a while.
So one of our members in our group, Dewey Ski Mitch, I never remember how to pronounce his surname, but anyway, Dewey was living in Illinois. Packed up stumps and moved straight down to that's a cricketing term, by the way, packed up stumps, and then moved down to Florida near Fort Lauderdale, not far from there. And so now he actually lives on cruise ships and visits Florida in between cruises.
Yes.
How lovely is that?
Yeah.
So we told him he needs to slow down on his cruising, and he said, yeah, sure, okay. And so he's only doing one cruise in 2024. It's the World Cruise. Yeah.
Oh. Wow, what would that be like? That's not even on our radar.
Yeah, no.
Not in our bank account.
No.
Yeah.
Now, there's another question for you too, also from Bill. What's your favourite cruise line?
Oh, you know what? This is terrible, but we have only sailed on Princess. We need to branch out.
Yeah,
we really need to branch out, but we have only sailed on Princess.
Years ago, I sailed. My first one was on Norwegian.
When he was growing up.
When I was a teenager, yeah. We're talking ancient history.
Yeah.
And then in college, I went once on a Carnival. But otherwise, it's always been Princess, and we just haven't branched out yet.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Actually, we do have 2 booked on Norwegian.
Oh, we do for this year.
Next year.
One for this year and one for next year.
Yeah, well, 2 for next year.
So
we got 3 booked Norwegian. Sorry.
Our current setup is we've sailed. Princess has been our cruise line of choice.
Oh, good.
We will be slowing down and suffering and going on a Carnival cruise in October. No,
I think it's going to be really good. Though.
It's going to be such a blast because all the people that we've got around are just awesome. Yeah. And then we're going to be doing another Princess cruise with my parents, which will be there first in March of next year. And then we're planning for 2024 a group cruise down here. We're not exactly sure which cruise line at this point because we want to find an itinerary that would suit what we're trying to achieve.
Yep.
And that is everybody in Sydney for New Year's Eve.
For New Year's Eve as it rolls from 2020 to 2024. I mean, 24 to 25.
24 to 25.
Okay. Wow.
Kelly and Tammy's Journey, welcome aboard. Nice
in.
to have you in. And I think that's all the new ones that are in at the moment. Yep. So so that's the plan, and so wonderful. we've got the hotel room booked for you for that Don't.
We should write that down. We did it's just the hard thing of like missing Christmas here. That's our only.
But you get a very different Christmas here, though.
Bring the family. I mean, seriously.
I can't bring all of our grandkids though. That's like so expensive.
No, let the parents do that.
Yeah, they don't think. We'll mention it to them. Shall we? We'll mention it to them.
Yeah, we'll tell them.
Thank you, Sean and Ivana. That would actually be wonderful. It would be wonderful to do that.
Well, can I just say sorry? We can also now, this is pretty exciting next year, in 23, that there is a ladies home porting in Melbourne.
Yes.
So we may have the chance of going on a Virgin cruise.
Oh, yes. How fun is that?
Yes. She's coming down to home port in Melbourne, which is our local port, probably for spring.
Yes.
So about September, October.
That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're going to go down when she comes and...
Boy, we're going to go down.
We'll wave at her when she arrives.
That would be a lot of fun. You could do a live, like, as she comes in, and we can all watch.
Well, we're going to do that when the first cruise ship comes to Melbourne. We've already got the date. It's a Friday, which suits us very well.
Yeah.
Early Friday morning. We'll be there at about 5 a.m.
Oh.
It's in November.
Now, hang on a minute. About 5 a.m. Seriously, you're going to get out of bed.
Do you know what? If I had to go on a flight, prepared to go overseas, like we will be going, I'll be up at 2 a.m. if I have to. Certain things I can get up for.
I can't even get her out of bed at like 10 p.m. G'day, Mark Easton. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
I don't want to get up early either.
Are you saying we sound more like Kiwis
and
Brits than Aussies?
So, Mark, just to throw a little bit of caution to the wind here, Ilana is Aussie born and bred. I am South African born and bred. So when you hear the decent accent, it's probably mine.
And I've got a bit of a hybrid because I've lived overseas for many years, mixing with people of various countries. I think I've picked up.
Now,
hybrid.
Philip, I need to just correct you because Philip said, he made this comment here. He said the grandkids can get a ride on a kangaroo down the street. Philip, your grandkids can get a ride on the kangaroos, right?
Let's perpetuate that myth that, yes, we step outside and there are kangaroos, yes, all over the place.
Summer ride.
You see New Jersey first.
So Bill is asking, when you say New Jersey, first word...
New Jersey.
First word that pops in your head.
Oh, you're asking us?
Oh, us? I always just think of Princeton.
Or it's out
That's
there.
what I think of. What do you guys think of?
Well, I don't think of anything, so we don't know. I just say New Jersey. That's how I think of New Jersey.
That's the only place I've been in New Jersey, really.
Yeah, the Garden State.
Yeah, the Garden State.
Oh, that's our
It's
state.
pretty. It's very green there. It's beautiful. It's right
Victoria, where we are, is the Garden State as well.
Is
Oh,
it?
okay.
Oh, that's
So now number plates, yep.
How lovely.
Sister states.
Very much so. Yeah.
All right. Now, Philip is trying to be smart here. Prove you are not New Zealand. You just get them to say, what?
Oh, okay. I get it. Okay.
Mate, that's way over the top for me.
Yes, there's a certain difference in your pronunciation of the letter E in particular.
Correct.
E for I. So 6 becomes something else totally.
Yeah. Oh, look at Code 4 for Life. They think of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Wow. I like
that. Michael Ann is saying, really, you could go on multiple cruises for the price of one Viking cruise.
Yes, they are very pricey, aren't they, the Viking? But everything's included, though, which is including excursions.
Everything is included, yeah.
But let's turn this around, right? You could go on more than multiple if you went on one Disney cruise.
This is true. That's why we haven't been on that.
Right.
Yeah. No, those are expensive cruises.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so if money were no object, which would be the cruise of choice? The cruise of choice.
Well, where would you pick first?
I think a world cruise.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like that Royal Caribbean, they've got the one now. What do they say? 4 Corners, 1 Epic Journey, something like that. They
Yep.
go to everywhere. That
Mhm.
yeah, I would choose that. What about you?
That's the one
folks?
that Dewey's on.
That's the one Dewey's on.
I'd like to go on an Azamara or one of the smaller ships because that's
Oh.
I love the size. The Azamara or the Pacific Princess has now become the latest
Azamara.
Azamara
Yeah,
ship.
yeah.
Yes, looks gorgeous.
That would be
That was my dream cruise, going on the little Pacific Princess. I don't care how old it was.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to do an Azamara or a Seabourn, one of those
Uh-huh.
oh,
the small
yeah.
ship experience.
Yeah, Oceania. Yeah,
Or
I've
one of
heard
those,
those.
I don't-
one of those down the Nile.
Oh, down the Nile. That's true.
Yeah.
They have those cruises that go down the Nile.
Yes.
We always look at those, the Viking ones, but
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Now, in terms of cruising back in the US, we hear that Carnival have got all their ships on
Mhm. They
now
do.
sailing. What about Princess? Have they got all their ships sailing?
They
Just
have
a
so the
few.
Diamond Princess and the Sapphire Princess, and there's one other that's not.
Well, one of them's going to be dry
Diamond
docked soon.
and
Grand
Sapphire.
is dry docked for a week or two.
They better
Sorry,
hurry
not
up because that's the ship we're
Yeah.
going on.
So let's see. The island just started.
The coral.
The coral. That's
Coral.
right. The coral's gonna start down there with
It's going
you
to
guys.
come. Yeah, going to
Yeah.
fire up for us. Mm.
What's the other one then? Maybe it. There's 3 that aren't cruising right now.
And are Princess having the same crew issues that a lot of the other cruise lines are having?
Yes.
With not being
Yes.
able to get enough crew. Yeah, with the visas slowing down. Yeah,
Is it purely because they can't get the visas happening fast enough?
that's what I've heard a lot from a lot of people about
Yeah.
the visas. They say the government, which I believe is really slowed down in issuing those. So then all these people are just waiting, and they've got to have it to be able to come here and get on a ship. Do they have that same issue for you guys down there? Is that going to be something, or
Well,
Do
right
you know?
now we got 18,000 people waiting.
do you just waiting to get
Oh,
to
wow.
work? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad they don't have a job. That's not good.
Right.
But I'm glad they're ready to go. That's
Yeah.
good.
One of the people we've had on board our channel a couple of times is part of a group called the Pacific Bells, and what they do is they do a Andrew Sisters type show review. And
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not-
they're fabulous.
they've done a couple on Princess Cruises, and they've done a couple on Norwegian, but they're also just hanging right now because they can only sail on ships leaving out of Oz.
Sure.
Oh, I bet.
Sure.
That's sad.
Can I just say a few people have mentioned Fiji on their bucket list?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
that was-
I'm happy to show you Fiji at any time you like.
That would be beautiful, truly. And to go to New Zealand and that whole, well, in Australia, all that.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
well, you just got to come on down. I mean, we're open.
You're wonderful down there.
We're open.
Just come.
Can I say welcome KC Carr, the Oregon Hillbilly Hilton. Welcome in.
That was horrible, wasn't it? Oh, because they know Code 4 for life.
Yeah.
I've seen them comment on their channel.
Yeah.
So, and then I've seen
Code
them.
4 was saying that they were shorthanded with their crews on the crew,
okay.
which makes sense.
Yeah.
Code 4 talks about Ruby Princess, and they absolutely love that ship. And unfortunately, Ruby right now has a very negative outlook from the Australian side of things, because the Australian or the New South Wales government in particular couldn't get their act together. So everybody's blaming Ruby for the reason why Australia had the issue, and it's not really the ship's fault.
No.
Yeah. It just was in the wrong place
Yeah.
at the wrong time.
And of course, every time it goes back to San Francisco, they get a bad rap there too.
Oh, do they? Ah.
Oh, it seems like every time that Ruby ports in San Francisco, they're down
The
at the
news,
shop.
the San Francisco news
Yeah.
people report and say that they had a COVID outbreak, that there's all this
Really?
trouble. Yeah.
And it's nothing more than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm surprised Princess didn't take out the Ruby and rename it.
That's a good point. They could have done that.
Yeah.
Just paint another name on there. And
But then everybody else would say, "We know what you're doing here," and so
Well,
it's like,
they did the same thing with the Carnival did the same thing with the Triumph.
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
They did.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah, they did. So I don't know why they didn't. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it
It's
is.
just an image problem, unfortunately, which was
Yeah.
undeserved. But anyway,
They'll just not send the Ruby
The
down to you
people who
guys.
know, they know.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Ruby will come down here in a hurry at the moment. I think it'll take a few years
Well,
for people to feel comfortable again.
here's an
Yeah.
interesting thing.
But the
I was watching Alana Zangano doing an interview on the latest ship out, and the captain of that ship was the captain on the Diamond.
On the Diamond, the one
Oh,
from Japan, where it got
Yeah.
Oh, on the
Uh-huh.
Discovery.
Uh-huh.
On the
The
Discovery.
Discovery, that's right. The
Yeah.
captain of the Discovery
Ah.
was
Captain
is
of
the ex-captain of the Diamond.
Wow.
uh-huh.
That was it. Was an interesting interview that went down there.
I bet that I would just say that whole crew and that whole everybody on that ship, I think hats off. I think they did
Oh,
a
yeah.
really good job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially being the first ship dealing with a pandemic, and
Unknown.
it was totally unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
Brilliant.
knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say good day to Cheryl Rosinski. Welcome aboard, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Good
So,
to have you.
sorry,
And, you know, and we've met people in the Let's Go family who were on the Diamond Princess,
When that happened.
and they have nothing but good to say about the whole thing.
About Princess.
You know, from the standpoint, how Princess stepped up. I saw a clip on I don't remember. I think it was on Princess's YouTube channel that the captain actually went back to Japan quite recently and met a group of the Japanese passengers, and they basically presented him with I don't know if it was a medal or an award or something. They were just so grateful for how he handled his portion of it, and it was a reunion of love.
We
You
were
know,
just so pleased. Yeah.
That's interesting.
it is interesting.
I had a friend's mother was on that cruise, the one to Japan when the outbreak, and the Aussies were taken off and sent to supposed to be like a quarantine camp, but it was a former refugee camp, and she said that the conditions there were really awful.
Were they?
And she was posting photos of sort of the meals, the food. It was just sort of subhuman food, and yeah, but that's not Princess's
That's
business.
not Princess's
That's
fault.
our government's.
That's our
yeah, still.
Yeah.
interesting.
Wow.
not-
That's what we did.
Just as I said, it was the great unknown at the time, and
It
Oh,
was.
absolutely.
Nobody
it
knew
was
it.
Yeah.
so unexpected.
No idea.
Yeah.
It
Nobody
was-
knew what it was.
So,
Yeah.
Bill from MGM has got a question for you guys. What type of excursion do you do at a port?
You know what? Ever since cruising has restarted, we've just done them with the cruise line. But before COVID, we often we would just look at what was offered, and sometimes we would do excursions with the cruise ship. Sometimes we would just, if it was a small place, walk around on our own. But often we would just look at TripAdvisor or Viator or something and find us a tour guide that would do what we wanted for a price that was good with us. And we found some really, really good tour guides that way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've done both. They've worked out.
Have you been to Barcelona before?
We
ended there once.
twice.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been twice.
Larry from Plum Travelers said that he went on this was his Virgin cruise that he went on. He went on that cruise.
It wasn't a Virgin cruise, though.
No, it wasn't a Virgin. It was his first
It was a
cruise.
Virgin, non-Virgin cruise.
Excuse me, can only one of us do the confusing here,
Sorry.
please?
It was a Virgin cruise, but not on a Virgin ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was on a Carnival ship, and he got COVID after his last cruise, and he says he can't wait for his next one. You know,
For his next COVID?
or next cruise, whichever comes first.
Let's hope not, Larry.
Yeah, let's hope not. But on the one hand, let's hope
Well, that he gets on the cruise.
that he gets on the
Yes,
cruise, not that he gets. I
Yeah.
told you, there's only one of us who's allowed to confuse
Yeah,
shit.
well, not anymore, Bill. Larry's not a virgin anymore.
No, his cherry's been popped. Sure, well and truly. So, you've been to Barcelona once before. This cruise that you're doing on the Med, where's that headed? It's not only Barcelona. Where's it headed?
It goes out of Rome and it goes to Naples in Italy there, and it goes to
Crete.
Sicily and Crete
Lovely.
and Mykonos and
Oh, beautiful.
Santorini. We chose it because it goes to Turkey and we haven't been
Two
there.
stops
So
there.
it goes to Ephesus and Istanbul, and
of
then
course, Athens,
Athens.
Fantastic.
I think that's
Kotor,
all.
and Montenegro,
Yeah, Kotor.
and then it ends in Barcelona.
Yeah, and it ends.
Fantastic.
Now,
Really excited.
14 days.
I
Lovely.
hate to bring the elephant in the room, but cruising around the St. Petersburg area is definitely a no-no.
Yeah.
What's the feeling amongst people these days with regard to traveling the Med?
Oh, to go in the Mediterranean? You know what, we
I think it's far enough removed. It's not a.
yeah, nobody has said anything here
Yeah.
about the Med. A lot of people don't want to do the Baltic anymore, just simply because it's so close.
Yeah.
But nobody has said anything to us about in relation to, you know, what's going on with Ukraine and everything. And so hopefully it'll be okay. We haven't heard from anybody anything about concern about going down there. So
And the only
we'll see.
to me, the only proximity we have is as you get to Turkey, that opens you up through the Bosphorus Strait
Up to the
straight
Black
into
Sea.
the Black Sea, which of course borders,
Yeah,
but
on Odessa. Yeah.
I'm sure the cruise line wouldn't send you on a cruise where knowingly
Yeah.
putting you
That's
in
what
any sort of danger. I think
Exactly.
I think.
they'll have their finger on the pulse there.
exactly.
I sure hope so. No,
Yes.
I think they'll just not even go over there if it
Right.
seems suddenly not okay. Yeah.
Right.
I just need to clarify something here with Larry. Mate, I agree that it's 160 days. Please, can you tell that Rob guy from Cruising on the High Seas that it is 160 days and no extra, please? Thank you very much.
I like that.
And
It'll be here before
Is that for
you know.
us as well,
that's
or are we
great.
159 days?
no, we're actually 144.
No, to the cruise.
Oh, because you're going early.
2 weeks early, yeah.
We're
It's
leaving.
actually 161.
It is.
And 162 by their
Oh,
reckoning.
oh, I
But
guess.
Larry,
Okay.
Larry is Canadian.
He's doing Aussie time.
Yeah, he's Canadian, and so he's got a few issues there. We're letting him go.
Right. Okay.
Um,
The evangelist's wife is asking, "What's the group cruise we're doing?" Do you know, maybe we'll take the opportunity.
well,
to
yeah,
quickly-
let's do that.
We'll just go to a quick ad break regarding our group cruise.
Oh,
So if
please do.
people will
Yeah.
still be interested in coming along in
Yeah, we
October this year.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
we just cannot wait. It's going to be
Very
an
exciting.
absolutely amazing cruise, and
Yeah.
we're just
It looks
OMG.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
We got excited just watching.
Yeah.
Well, you can come, but we won't tell you.
We
they
just
can't
have
come.
that other love
They
boat
can't.
cruise booked.
Thank you, Meg. Yes, contact Cindy Spiker if you would like to join.
Yeah, just quickly, it says show on screen.
Sorry, I'm doing my left hand. That's why.
Yeah, no. Press the right button and then.
No, press the left.
There we go.
No, I'm on one now.
No, it's gone. It's gone.
Sorry.
You've
Okay,
blown it.
please see Cindy Spiker, who is our travel agent for the cruise. I'm sure that there
Good on you,
could
Larry.
well be, thank you, some availability still. And just a reminder to everybody who is going on the group cruise, Blaine is a new one joining the group, that we do have a Facebook group for those who are joining the cruise.
Yes.
And there's people are putting information in about their excursions. We've just booked one that Crystal had put up, Destinations Delight, so we're joining that one. So, if you want to join anybody on excursions, just keep your eye out for the Facebook group or pop one in that you're interested in.
Look who just put
there we go. Her ears must have been burning. G'day, Cindy.
Spiker, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
We're just talking about whether there's availability still on our cruise, and if there is, to get in touch with you.
Yep.
And you can direct people.
So now you've got that excuse that you've got that cruise starting on the 22nd. Now I know that if you were to come on our group cruise, we would organise a helicopter load to get you. No, we won't.
So the 22nd. Is it the 22nd of October?
Yeah.
It is.
We come back the next day.
Back the next day. Oh, shame. We can wave, and you're going out of. Oh no, they're
Los
in
Angeles.
Los
Yeah.
Angeles. Oh, so we can't wave to you as we pass. No.
But we can just kisses.
Yeah, that's
Go over the country.
going in there. Now, but you can come down before the cruise, and hopefully
We would really like to. We will look at flights
Yeah,
tonight.
it's penciled in.
Yeah, we will look at flights tonight. Yeah, we sure will. And if Gordon can't come, they can pop. Yeah.
Well,
Cindy's saying there are cabins still available. That's great news.
Oh, good.
Good.
Excellent.
And I believe we've got a bucket load new people coming on board, so that's awesome. And we've been doing a series every couple of weeks or so that are introducing people to the rest of the group. So we've had some of our cruise people come up on board. We've had a bit of a chat so that new people coming on board can get to know the people we're traveling with.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure nobody knows anything about us too. So
no, we might have to introduce ourselves some stage.
Uh-huh.
Yes, you had a great week last week, didn't you? I'm sorry I missed most of it.
Oh my gosh. They're still talking about it.
Yes, it was. Yes, those naughty ladies
with
their see-through bikinis. Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Sean got a bit of a fright last week. I think we had 3-4 lovely ladies who are coming. Yes, who surprised Sean with some see-through swimwear.
Oh my!
Yes, they started taking off their tops, and it was like, oh.
I threatened them with my budgie smugglers, so now I've got to. Yeah. Larry's asking a question here. A friend wants to know what the activities will be in the group cruise.
That's a very Larry, friend, I tell you.
Tell your friend Rob, from Cruising on the High Seas, that he's got to come on our group cruise to find out what the activities are. There we go.
You will know. You will know in plenty of time to prepare what you need to prepare.
There we go.
Hint, hint. And Blaine, I bet you it's Blaine. Yes, I know. I noticed he had actually asked the same question. We chose to ignore it.
Amy, there's a really good question. Danny Griswold, why don't you just join us? No excuses, please.
Michael Ann, who were you calling naughty? You were one of those cheeky, naughty
Danny from Larry.
ladies.
Yes. So the next thing is you're off to Alaska. No, you're off to
the Med.
We had to cancel Alaska. Yeah.
Mediterranean.
Are you going to Antarctica as well? Did I hear you talk? Were you talking about Antarctica?
we were talking about it because we are going to do a group cruise on January 20th of 2024 on Princess to Antarctica.
Yeah.
So we're trying to round up people to go.
Brilliant. Is that going to be leaving from South America?
Santiago,
Chile.
And it goes down around, and you get 4 days cruising in Antarctica, and it lands in Buenos Aires, Argentina.
Okay, so let me say, it would be a fantastic
Lovely.
cruise for us to go on.
But very, 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 very.
The problem is, there's no way known I'm going down to that freezing cold.
We don't like the cold.
Oh, you know what? It is so beautiful, though.
Gorgeous.
It is so
Absolutely
beautiful. Oh
gorgeous.
my goodness!
You can stay inside; it's warm,
And
you
I am
can still
cold.
see.
I am cold all the
Yeah.
time. Like, I don't have a thyroid anymore. I am cold all the time, and I'm still going because it is so.
Yeah,
It is so beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous.
Unfortunately, that's a bit too close to what we're thinking. So, because we've got
With our end of year.
we've got a couple of cruises in, and we've got our end of year cruise going. So it'll be
We just
we
can't.
need to save a couple.
Well, one good cruise a year if we're lucky.
No.
Yeah.
So
Or
you're
even
the 2024 to 2025 is what you're thinking for the.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
A
we
year
gotta
later.
we gotta be clear on that so that
Yeah.
we can know what we're trying to look at and
Yep.
do. Yeah. that
So
would be
it'll
great.
be New Year's Eve for year 2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a year after this group.
That's
cruise we're
basically a
doing.
year after
Yeah.
that.
So it'll be.
So Larry has just reminded us that the meetup, the pre-cruise meetup, is at the Hilton Garden Inn Airport West. Miami.
Thank you, Larry.
Just take a picture, honey. Take a
Oh,
picture of the
okay.
screen so we're sure to be at the right place.
Well,
Well, we could
It'll-
also ask
yeah,
you.
it'll be
Okay.
Yeah, still plenty of time. We'll let
Listen,
you know.
if you keep on
Yeah.
taking pictures, then we'll never ever get to talk to each other.
I
I
don't
was
think
going to put it in my calendar.
so. You stick it right in. But the Hilton, yeah.
Hilton Garden Inn, right?
Yep. That's
Yep.
what he said. Yeah. It's gonna be
In
There's two
In Miami.
There's two Hilton
Miami.
Garden Inns.
Mhm.
This one's at Airport West.
Airport West, sorry.
West. Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, Philip.
We can put that in later.
I've already
I
got it
can-
in here.
Okay.
I already
Great.
have it in there.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
One step ahead. of
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I pulled up October 14th and it's already there.
Good.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it when a
Fantastic.
plan comes together. Now we've got Philip with a comment here, and I really don't want to bring that comment up because sometimes I find that thermometer that he's talking about is
needs a bit of tweaking.
it does need plenty tweaking.
Sorry.
Oh, all right.
Sorry, no.
No. Okay.
Forgive us.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Philip.
Oh, I like Code 4 for Life says that Alaska is so beautiful. Alaska is beautiful.
Yeah, we believe so.
We believe so.
Again, it's cold, but well, you know what? If we win Lotto, we've got lots of plans. But if we won Lotto, we keep hoping that we're going to be the big multi-million-dollar winners.
Nice.
Wouldn't it be nice?
We would
if-
certainly.
Yeah,
We would
absolutely.
go to Alaska. We would bite the bullet and put on some warm clothes.
absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
The
Just
evangelist's
layers.
wife is having a bit of a blush.
Oh,
there,
I'm
and
so
I'd agree with
sorry.
that, yeah.
Sorry. Apologise.
First Sergeant Richard, welcome aboard and thanks for tweaking.
Oh well, someone.
Happy with this.
Okay, so the Med now, and then you're going to Antarctica. Where else are you headed? Are you going to be doing Alaska?
We might sneak something in.
I don't know that we are this
But,
year.
yeah.
I think that after that,
The Love Boat is Mexican Riviera, and that's October this year.
when you guys are going,
Right.
Have
basically.
you guys done the Panama?
We
Not yet.
haven't yet.
Not
That's
yet.
on our
It's
list
on
too.
the list. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then January of next year, we're doing the YouTuber vloggers cruise
Yeah.
with Tony and Jenny
Yeah.
out of
Oh,
New Orleans.
And Don,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
in
Excited for
Holland.
that.
Yeah.
It's too bad you live so far away, or you could come too.
Yeah.
loved. Well,
Well, we live right next to Melbourne Port, right?
Oh,
We can
you
get onto
guys.
a cruise ship. You guys.
you
live
guys are the
far
ones.
away.
You're the ones who live far
Okay.
away. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides, the powers that be in your side of the pond have decided to give us the riffraff ships. So, we'd like to see one of the new ones come on.
We would.
Oh,
That would be
Majestic's
really
coming,
nice.
isn't it?
I think the Majestic.
Majestic's
Yeah,
on
but
its
that's
No,
old now,
well, yes,
We'd like something like the Discovery or the Enchanted or
or the Sky.
the
Even.
Sky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Love Boat is on Discovery.
Yeah, that is.
Larry, I need you to actually speak properly because we know that you don't live in that imperial nonsense. Talk kilometers, please.
Cheryl said that Alaska's not cold; it's just chilly.
Compared, well, in the summertime, it's chilly.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
let me say, chilly
Sure.
to me sounds cold.
What's the best season? What's the best season to go to Alaska? Do you compromise sort of wildlife for better weather? Is there a better time to go?
Well, the season's only open from 1st of May till the end of September.
Yeah, just the end of
that's
April.
it. It's okay.
Yeah,
So
and
they're
the
just
rest of the time.
scenic. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
the rest of the time they can't
For
really
cruising.
sail. Yeah, for
Yeah.
cruising.
Jonathan
So
Short
that's
from
winter.
the Six Traveling Shorts is going.
Oh,
on
you're
that
going
one.
too.
Lovely.
We'll look forward to
Great.
meeting you in person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell us if you booked there so everyone can see
Now,
who's
the
going.
funny thing about Jonathan Short is that he's about 75,000 feet tall. But that's
Is he really? That's
think so.
really cute.
Sir
G'day.
Captain
G'day,
Major General
Billy.
Billy J. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you here. Finally.
Later for the Aurora Borealis.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like February. We have Gordon's nephew and his wife lived in Fairbanks for a while. Now they live in Ketchikan. And they said that it's beautiful to see it like in February is when
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah.
That's what they told us.
I like it when we go up there. Well, we were in July both times in August, but I liked earlier around the summer solstice because I love to have sunlight at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to me. We did it. We did a Land of the Midnight Sun to Norway in 2018, and we actually got to go into the Arctic Circle, and the sun never set. It was on the horizon at 12:30 at
the whole
night,
time.
and that to me is just an amazing thing.
It was.
And Antarctica, because you're there in January, close to summer solstice for the southern hemisphere, yeah, it was light until 11 o'clock at night, and it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it was pretty.
Well, we get the Aurora Australis down here. The same thing.
Okay.
Were you?
You go to
Oh, wow.
Tasmania at certain times of the year. You can see
Really?
it.
Uh-huh.
You
You'll
can see
see
it down
it.
in Tasmania. Yeah.
I
Oh,
bet that's
wow.
beautiful. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, that would be fantastic.
Welcome in, Laurie.
Welcome in, Laurie. Nice to have you here. Cheryl was saying Norway would be wonderful.
It's really beautiful.
Absolutely
there.
gorgeous. The fjords are just incredible.
It is.
Now, Amy, why is that of interest? Now, amount of sunlight where?
And I'm there in July.
I want to know where there is. Thanks, Ilana. Another experience in her bucket list.
Oh, what's that? To go to Tasmania?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Go to Tassie?
the
They're the lights, the
that
southern,
word,
the southern
yes,
lights.
The southern lights, yeah, that word.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them myself, but I'd like to go down
Yeah.
to Tassie and see them.
Stupid question. No,
of
oh,
course,
Alaska, yeah.
of course.
Alaska.
Evangelist's
Oh,
wife.
that's not a stupid question at all.
Okay,
Repositioning.
may I just say, please, we have no stupid questions. So I would have just started that statement with question. Yes, there are cruises that go from US to Australia, and they are repositioning cruises. Things like Princess will reposition down here from Hawaii down, or even mainland, I believe.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the Majestic when they take her, they're taking
Out
her. I
of
think
LA?
from Seattle. I think.
Seattle, wow.
There's I think actually the Coral might be coming from Seattle.
Yep.
I think, or Los Angeles.
Some Royal Caribbean ships are sailing. See, I say it properly. Royal Caribbean are coming out of Hawaii down south as well. So it's not a silly question. There are a bucket load of repositioning ships moving. We even have some coming in from Europe down through Singapore down into Australia as well.
Oh, wow.
That would be
And the resilient ladies coming that way, down through Asia.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so
because the UK is that far up.
That's getting exciting. The movement of ships now coming down here in particular. It's been a long time coming. We're really looking forward to it.
So we're coming up to the top of the hour almost, and I haven't even made a mention at all of one of the benefits of the group cruise that we've got coming up, and that is Helping Hands for Cruising. I know you guys have had some input into Helping Hands for Cruising, and so we really appreciate that. Ilana's holding up a shot glass that we've got, and also,
and by the way,
we've got our new one.
And you, Down Under Cruises.
Shot glass. Oh yes, and I'm drinking coffee out of my mug. So yeah, that's it.
So it's Down Under one, Down Under. And
Helping Hands. Can you just remove my?
Sorry, I'm back to front and upside. I am down under.
Yeah,
back to front and upside down.
Yeah. So the Carnival group cruise that we're going on the 15th of October is the inaugural Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise, for want of a better word. We've also got another group cruise happening in March. I think it's March 15th to the 23rd, going out of Tampa and headed into the Caribbean as well. Okay, First Sergeant Richard, I will be on Majestic Princess next February from Sydney to Tassie. Any tips on the Great Port excursions? Any must-sees? Yes.
Wow. Okay.
In Sydney, go to Taronga Zoo for starters. You will see that the animals there have the most unbelievable view of Sydney Harbour.
They are the luckiest animals in any zoo in the world, I can tell you. Great real estate. And yeah, take the ferry, crisscross the harbour. I don't know where you're going in Tasmania, probably Port Arthur, which is in itself a former penal colony, and that's a tourist attraction in itself.
Yep.
Are you coming to Melbourne at all? Let us know.
If you are,
pop in. We'll meet you. We're happy to.
We'll show you around.
If you're stopping in Melbourne on the way down to Tassie.
Yep. Plenty to see, plenty to do.
Port Arthur. Mm-hmm.
So the March cruise going out of Tampa is being run by Fantastic Studios with Matt and Kimbra. And so we'll hopefully have a recipient on that one. But we've got another cruise going out of Southampton, I believe, doing the Med in September of next year.
On the P&O Iona, I believe.
On the P&O Iona with Glenn and Sarah from Travel Tour Taste.
Will be hosting.
They'll be hosting, and they have a recipient there doing that particular cruise.
Nice.
And then we're hoping to get our fourth one happening, which will be the Sydney cruise out of Australia. So if we can get this done, we're hoping to get each continent that we are represented in having at least a recipient headed. So that's the good news.
That's
great.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You know what, you are
Fantastic.
amazing, you two.
Just fantastic.
Really. That's fantastic.
Well, it's thanks to everybody who's donated, and we can't do this, by the way, without donations.
Correct.
So our PayPal account for Helping Hands for Cruises is always open, and we would really appreciate.
And best way to find that out is either
is
to go on to the Helping Hands for Cruising
$1 or $2 in.
Facebook page or the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channel, where you'll get all the details there. We're trying to get people to put in videos like yourselves that with with a bit of with a little bit of a reason why you want to actually why you're assisting Helping Hands. And as time goes by, we'll be building more and more content on there. We're trying to get that channel to be self-sufficient.
Yep.
Because if the more people we can get on a cruise ship, the better.
Mhm.
That's the way we reckon. Which one?
Yep,
That one?
absolutely.
Yep. Stream Elements is saying, welcome to Brunch with the Down Under Cruises. Please support our channel so that we can support Helping Hands for Cruising. Blaine.
Oh, thanks, Blaine.
Ilana is
Yeah,
amazing.
he's
and
okay.
Sean
He's
is
okay.
Okay.
It's the night. If I have to put up with him, he's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Sean's amazing too.
He's amazing. Yes.
Shucks. So, folks,
Can we just say, thank Gordon Allison. Sorry, put my teeth back in. Your channel is Let's Go Travel Tips. If you haven't yet visited them, please do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's really
and,
nice of you to have us here. Thank you.
we've
We
enjoyed
always
the hour.
We love talking to you.
We can
Very
rabbit
much so.
for hours and hours and
We
hours.
could talk to you forever too.
Yeah. So,
Much so.
oh, wait a minute, Blaine.
So there's so much that can get in there.
Oh,
Contain it. We have to contain it somehow. No.
Blaine, for your information, my hat size is small.
It's true. Believe it or not. Yeah, I said your hat.
I love you too. In spite.
I was just gonna say she's just finding new words to say. I love you.
Yeah, I know. Folks.
I think on that note.
Yep, folks. On that note, we're going to call it quits. We want to thank you, Alison and Gordon. If you don't mind, just hang around for a couple of minutes.
Of course.
Yes.
Before we go, it's Mother's Day tomorrow here. Can I just wish all the amazing mums, whether you're a biological mum, a step mum, a foster mum, a mum to furry babies.
Yeah.
You do an amazing job. Happy Mother's Day for tomorrow.
Absolutely. And we want to thank you folks for coming on board. We shall talk to you soon and catch you later. Have an awesome day and a great weekend. Catch you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Have